Okay, seventh grade. So for this video, we are going to be talking about subject complements, specifically, the type of things that can come after linking verbs. So we are talking about complements. So much like direct and indirect objects, complements also complement a verb. They just complement different verbs than direct and indirect objects do. So subject complements can be adjectives, nouns, and pronouns, and they follow linking verbs. So, much like direct and indirect objects follow action verbs or transitive verbs, all subject complements follow linking verbs. So, we're going to have to recall exactly what a linking verb is and what it does. So, here I have provided a list of common linking verbs. Any of these linking verbs can have subject complements and should have subject complements. The first thing that you need to note is that most of the time, linking verbs that are a form of the verb to be are probably the most common. However, there are lots of verbs that can act as both linking and action verbs depending on how they are used in the sentence. And those are listed below the verbs to be. So let's take a look at the following example. Brandon is a gifted athlete. So the first thing that we're going to have to do here, and the first thing that we should do in any sentence, as I said in class the other day, is to identify and label the verb. So, of course, the verb is, which is a form of the verb to be. And in this particular case, because it stands by itself, it's being used as a linking verb. So the next thing that we have to do is decide what word in the predicate is linking to the word in the subject that is either giving a description of or further naming the subject. So although it is already italicized, you should have guessed athlete. So athlete is a noun, so it's a predicate nominative, and it is what is being linked between uh, Brandon and athlete, and that's what is linking. So why don't you take a minute and take a look at these three sentences, and for each sentence, tell me what the subject is, what the linking verb is, and finally, what the subject complement is. And please tell me if the subject complement is a noun, a pronoun, or an adjective. So finally, just the last kind of thing here, don't mistake subject complements for direct objects, all right? Only linking verbs can have subject complements. So action verbs can have complements, but they can't have subject complements. So if the verb is an action, then the word that answers the question who or what after the subject or verb is the direct object. So when Michelle woke up this morning, she felt sick. She is the subject here. Felt in this particular instance is being used as a linking verb. So sick is a subject complement. Felt is linking because if you substitute this word with an equal sign, the sentence still makes sense. Michelle felt her forehead, but did not detect the temperature. Take a look at this one. Michelle felt, it's actually an action in this sentence because she's doing it. She's putting her hand on her forehead. So in this particular instance, we have an action verb. And forehead would be the direct object because who or what was felt, it was her forehead. So those are some of these that you have to kind of keep an eye on, or ones that, especially ones that where you can have a verb that can be used as either a linking verb or an action verb. So once again, pretty short video, but we will have a lot of practice about it starting tomorrow.